Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Doctor. It is another beautiful hot day out here in the Pacific Northwest. The air conditioner's off. We're getting ready to move. Everything is packed up. There's no food in the house. That is our current state of life right now as we get ready to transition to Eastern Washington, unfortunately. We are very excited to move into a full house, though, which is the first time I've lived in a house in 10 years. And today we're going to be talking about Armor of Light. And we're going to be talking about what version you should build, why you should build it, and what my opinion on Armor of Light is. So I guess let's talk about Armor of Light basically in terms of its generic stats. So it does have a barrier form, which is going to give 7 defense, 12 spirit. Keep in mind you do get magic resistance +8 if you do max it out to +5. It also has a vital form, which is going to be 584 HP, 3 defense, 3 spirit. Nobody wants that shit. Get the vital shit out of here. It also has a shield form, HP 408, defense 15, spirit 6. Now, there's a lot of people making the argument that no matter what, you want to get the shield form. And the reason they're making that argument is because they're looking at the quantity of stats on the piece of equipment, and they're saying the shield is by far better because it has more stats on it. So what's the interpretation of that? Or what do they mean when they say that? So when they say that, they're adding up that defense and spirit right there, right? So if you add up that defense and spirit, that's a total of +21 defensive stats, right? Whereas if you look at the vital, or the barrier, sorry, it's only 7 and 12, so it's 19 in defensive stats. And there's a lot of people who maybe don't have a full understanding of armor, and they're kind of like, why would I ever level up a Armor of Light with barrier if I have Smart Coat +5? And for a lot of people, that's probably a question that you're like, well, obviously. But for those of you who might be newer players, Armor of Light is a armor classification, and then Smart Coat +5 is a cloth classification. So of course, different characters can equip different pieces of equipment. So when I look at this, and when I say people, or when people are saying you should go for shield only, I mean, I think that is good generic advice. I actually think, depending on the situation, you should go for the barrier form of Armor of Light. And I think you have to look at your account and make the best decision for yourself, of course. Take my advice with a grain of salt. So I'm going to give you guys a couple situations where, depending on your account, you might want to go barrier, and depending on your account, you might want to go shield. I think if you are a 100% new player to the game, and this is your first event where you can get an actual piece of armor, I do believe the shield variant of the Armor of Light is going to be the best for you. The reason I say that is it's one of the more easier acquired defense plus pieces of gear. It also offers spirit on it and magic resistance if you do awaken it. And you already, as a new player, don't have access to the equipment that a lot of players have access to. That's going to be golden armor +5. That's going to be like an iron plate +5. Yes, you could probably farm that yourself, but you really don't need an iron plate +5 if you are getting an Armor of Light, the shield variant. So if you're a new player, I would definitely encourage you to go the shield route. If you're a player who's already been playing the game for a while, and if you're someone who has a golden armor +5, like me, for example, I actually think it's better to go the barrier route, since we do have an upcoming magic meta, potentially. You're probably going to be encountering lots of kill phase in the near future, and you're probably going to be playing on a higher level to encounter those units more often, right? If you're a newer player, you're probably really focused on defense first, and you're probably going to be going up against players who do not have meta units. If you're a more experienced player, if you've been playing for a while, it doesn't matter if you're free to play, a dolphin, or whatever you are, you're probably going to be going up against people who are having, at least in some regards, meta units in your guild battles or what have you. And the reality is the magic meta is going to be coming soon. And this armor, the Armor of Light, is one of the best armors that can actually give magical resistance on it. Not only that, it can also give Spirit Up on it. So you're going to be doubly prepared to go up against magic comps in the near future, and you might be looking to specialize in that regard. Now, if you're someone who doesn't have a golden armor +5, or if maybe you have an iron plate +5 because you were never able to fully unlock the golden armor or fully capitalize on the Iron Giant event because maybe you were a new player at the time, I would actually say go for the shield variant as well. If you're someone who actually has time to farm this, honestly, I would go for a shield and a barrier version. I think you can't go wrong with getting both of them. If you guys didn't know, in the upcoming raid that's going to be coming out next week, it's going to be a Warbeck raid. We're actually getting Armor of Light as a reward from that. So you're actually going to be getting a +1 and a +4 version from the actual raid event itself if you can clear up to level 80, which should be possible. If you feel like you're going to struggle, talk to your friends, talk to your guild. Your guild will help carry you. New players, you can probably do it as long as you're talking with your guild and getting support to get up there. Probably going to be one of the best ways to help you get high. Get higher in the rankings, not get like drug high. But even if you just get that +4 and you do that +4 as a barrier and another +4 as a shield, I would say completely worth it. You really have to judge the equipment that you have on your account and what you're going to be doing to enhance your account overall. And you need to think about who you're going to be fighting on a regular basis. There's going to be some people out there who might also benefit a little bit more from farming the raid and farming this event for Blissful Hearts. If you have other equipment that might be a higher priority, I would definitely encourage you to farm this event for Blissful Hearts and satisfy that equipment. So that would be like the Venera users out there. If you have a Venera but you haven't been able to max out her knife, being able to farm Blissful Hearts in this upcoming event might be more important to you than a Armor of Light. I would definitely make sure that you do get the materials for Armor of Light, since this event has not returned in JP. So if you are planning on sort of maintaining or wanting to build this eventually in the future, maybe it's not critical for you right now, but maybe you're going to pull for, I don't know, Delita or Agrius in the future. And yeah, they'll probably have their own armor or whatever it is in the future, but right now this armor would be really good for them. It'll be really good just as a general sort of buff to your team, and I think you really can't go wrong investing in it. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say here. You know, it's one of those things that there's a lot of people asking questions, and honestly it really depends on your account and kind of depends on where you're at as well. I think that pretty much sums up everything that I want to say. I think we'll call it there. I think we're going to call it there. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all of your support. If y'all didn't know, we are moving right now. So you guys are only going to be getting one video a day, and I'm sorry about that. But make sure you drop a comment down in the YouTube section. Once we're all moved in, I will definitely do my best to try and respond to all of them. Make sure you come join our Discord at dig.gs/discord. And as always, if you're buying Visior, please use my Amazon coin affiliate link, dig.gs/coins or dig.gs/offer right now. If you didn't know, I am sponsored by the Amazon App Store, and it's one of the best ways to support me without donating money directly to me. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great rest of your day.